Okay, I'd like to call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for April 14th, 2025 to order, please. May I have a roll call?
Yes, Craig?
Yes.
Becky? Yes. Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David?
Here.
All's
All right.
present.
David?
Lord, thank you for the day you provide us for us today, Lord. And Lord, be with our village tonight, Lord, with your hand over our village. And Lord, let's not forget what your Son did for us when Jesus said, I would return in 3 days so we can all have everlasting life. And Lord, be with the council, be with the mayor, and be with all our safety people. And Lord, be with all the village. In your wonderful, wonderful name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May I please have a motion to approve the minutes of the council meeting held on March 24th?
Have that motion, sir.
Thank you, David. Is there a second? Thank you, Ross.
David, Ross? Okay, roll call. Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David?
Yes.
Mayor's report. I only have a brief mayor's report tonight. I have specific things to comment on in individual committee reports. First of all, everybody, welcome to spring. Tomorrow's tax day. Hope we forgot that. Surprise. And also, I want to give a shout out to the folks who run the Madison Messenger. It is with a heavy heart that they mentioned that they will no longer be publishing. They serve this community well for a very, very long time. In many cases, we all got to know their reporters and editors and everyone who made all of that possible, some of whom who actually live here. And they will be sorely, sorely missed. So to all of the folks at the Messenger, we miss you. Put up a page or something that lets us remain connected with you, and we hope to see you again. And maybe somebody will start another newspaper at some point, but it certainly won't be our Messenger. So on that note, I'll hand it over to our pro tem, Joyce Phillips.
Thank you, Mayor. I hope I'm not too hard to understand this evening. I want to thank everyone for coming out. I hope that everyone's taken advantage of what services we have throughout the village this week during our Holy Week. Excuse me. Village seems to be coming a little alive more and more each week. I know we're having baseball practices down at Mason Park. I hear lawnmowers throughout the village. Kids have been out on their bikes. I would like to, as always, encourage everyone to slow down and watch for our children that are out and about in the village. With warmer weather approaching, it's important to remember to keep our sidewalks free and clear of debris. We've already had one incident this season of someone falling because of a tree that had not the leaves, but the flowers, the beautiful flowers from this tree. But unfortunately, they had fallen on the sidewalk, and a gentleman unfortunately fell, actually twice. So, yeah, luckily he was not hurt, so there's no repercussion there. But I believe the mayor did reach out to the homeowner, and they're very apologetic, and they will certainly have that cleaned up. So we want to make sure that we do not put our grass clippings in over the curb where it goes down into the sewers. Same things we're going to probably be saying just about every week from here on until fall. But I do hope everyone gets out, enjoys the weather, and has a wonderful spring. With that, I yield back.
Thank you. All right, public comments and visitors. We do have a visitor with us tonight for public comments, so ask her to come down and pick your microphone you'd like to speak into so we can hear you. And state your name, address, and
Tamara Hall, and it's 12135 Woods Opossum Run Road, Orient, Ohio. And I'm here tonight to talk about the Mount Sterling Community Association and our involvement with the community cleanup efforts that's going to be happening here in a few weeks. So we are presenting a $500 donation check to Jeff. Jeff, if you want to come up. And Melanie, if you want to come up, we'll do a quick photo. Jacob, you want to come take a photo? Yeah. Becky, I know you're part of the group if you want to. But anyway, so we are presenting this check to Jeff on behalf of the Community Association for them to purchase flowers.
And can you, people won't know who Jeff is, so can you say who he
State,
is?
state your name as well, sir.
Jeff Rosides, I'm from the First Church of the Nazarene here in Mount Sterling, and I am representing our church as part of Community Cleanup Community Care Day.
Thank you. And so, this check is for them to be able to purchase flowers to help
Thank
with
you.
the beautification efforts for the village. So they'll be planting flowers, at both entrances of the village and then also around the gazebo grounds, okay? And they'll be, so we're giving them the donation to be able to purchase those flowers. So, and thank you for doing the manpower to do all that for us.
Oh, thank you. I think the collaboration we get with the village,
Yeah.
it's just top notch, right? We have, over the years, it's like it keeps getting harder and harder to find things to work on because we keep having more success about cleaning things up. So thank you to all for supporting us and supporting what we do there. It's a really good partnership, so thank you.
I agree.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
And
that.
so, in addition to that, we're also going to be purchasing another $500 worth of flowers to put in all of the planters up and down London Street.
Wonderful.
And so, our community association volunteers will be planting those during Community Cleanup Days weekend. One other donation that we want to do is, I know Becky is part of the tree beautification committee, and she brought it to our attention. The students coming in from Madison Plains that are gonna help with the tree planting and have a festive day, I think, what is that, Friday, May 2nd? Yes. And so what we did is we went ahead and put together these cute little tree painting kits to give to the kids once they conclude their day of festivities. They'll be able to take this home and paint some trees, and maybe we can even get them to bring in a couple extras so that we can maybe have them put up a little gallery of their trees. That might be kind of fun. So we could talk about that later. But anyway, I know Becky's got a couple more that she brought in, but we're gonna be donating these to the Tree Beautification Committee as part of the village. And so we wanted to bring that forward. And then one other thing that's happening during community days, you know, I'm representing also the community center. And so I don't know if you've seen these postcards floating around, but we pass these out during the spring bazaar. And so we're actually having a rummage sale. And so we're asking the community for any donations. You know, it's springtime, you might be cleaning up the garage, the house, the basement, and you're looking for a place to donate your goods. Reach out to any member of the community center, you know, Megan or myself, and we'll be glad to take those donations from you. And then what we're gonna do is have a rummage sale on May 3rd and May 4th. And then all those proceeds are gonna go into our outdoor recreation project. And so we're working on a big renovation project on the outdoors of the community center to build a new playground to replace the one at Veterans Field, and then to do like a driveway, or excuse me, a parking lot expansion, and then some other park kind of enhancements. We already enhanced the ball field out there, and so we're gonna be doing a few other items. And so we're starting to fundraise for that right now. Yes, so I have extras. I put one on the bulletin board. You can pass those around, Becky. Thank you.
There's a QR code that's on there that's gonna give you guys, anybody that wants to have a picture. I think it's a dog park that's gonna be available out there.
Yes, there's gonna be a dog park. There's different phases. So the first phase is gonna be the playground, and then it's going to be the extension of the parking area. And then we're gonna put in a walking trail, a dog park, and then eventually we're gonna be doing improvements to where they do the fish fry. So we're gonna be enhancing that building, and that'll be like the third phase. So there's lots of development going on. I'm sure you've seen the extension of our food pantry, and that's almost coming to completion. You know, JCAR was the contractor helping us do that. And that's basically all I have. But I just want to let you know, on behalf of the Community Association, we invite any of you to join us in our efforts. You know, we do have individual membership levels, It's not just for businesses, anybody can join, and we've had several individuals from the community join us and pay a membership dues and actually volunteer to help out with our different events and festivals. And so the big one that's coming soon is from, sorry, we keep putting things
Sorry.
is of course Summer Jam. And so we're brainstorming and getting all of that ready, because that's gonna be coming up really quick here in June, so. And of course, we just had our shop hop on Saturday. It was a fun event, you know, and I know there's a lot of things going on downtown, but we're busy planning and bringing different fun things to the village, so
Do
that's
you
all
have
I
any
have.
extra of these that we can put in the lobby so if people wanna,
I'll grab some and bring them in this week.
okay.
Yeah,
And
I
maybe we
put
could
one on the bulletin
website,
board,
you
but,
know, if people
Yep.
could want to scan the QR code. we could-
yeah, and so if you scan that, it'll show you all the plans.
Can we start bringing items in then April 30th? We got stuff
Yes.
for the,
So April 30th through the 2nd, you can drop off any donations. And of course, look at the postcard, there's certain things that we will not accept, but there's a good amount that we will, so.
okay.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for coming down tonight. Okay, we have no executive session this evening, so that means we're going to move on to department reports. First up would be the sheriff. Come on down.
Hi.
You got a-
Most of you know me.
You got a microphone
Gotta
right
speak
there.
into the mic.
There's Sheriff Kelly.
Y'all are killing me. Okay. So I think most of you know me, but if you don't, I am Kelly Carlson. I am the new Jackie Dill. I didn't say new or improved, just the new one. You'll have to have some grace with me because Jackie didn't really give me a good rundown of what my job is here, so I really have no idea. The report was emailed to me very late in the day, so it's not printed, so it's
That's all right.
unprofessionally
That's all
on
right.
my phone.
Just give us the highlights. All of our residents really love hearing from the sheriff, and they enjoy the highlights of what's going on from a cruiser level.
Jumping Jackson.
Well. So what I mean, that's what I mean. I really don't know what you guys want to know, so you guys are gonna have to help me stumble through
Yeah,
this.
just do the top
Top
three
three.
biggies, and we'll go from there.
Top 3 days.
Well,
And next time, if you could have it printed out, would be fabulous as well, so that the council members can.
yes, I will do that. I'm trying. So do we want just calls for service, or do we want traffic stops and everything?
The top
The
3.
top three
Okay.
biggest ones the
Well,
sheriff is
top
currently
three
getting
is
involved in.
traffic stops. So
Okay, good deal.
we got 36 traffic stops since the last meeting.
Great.
Let's see. We have that you don't want to know about paper services. Those don't matter. I mean, they do, but not to you guys.
Is there suspicious vehicles or suspicious persons?
Well, let's see, because we have a lot of ones on here. So I'm trying to find, yes,
That's
there
good.
are 4 suspicious vehicles,
Okay.
4 alarm drops,
Okay.
and those are the only 4s. Then we have a lot of 1s and 2s. Couple animal complaints, because, you know, it's warm again, the dogs are out, they're running loose. And
Do you have any solicitation on there? So like a lot of people, I know they communicate through Facebook about people knocking on their doors trying to
Yeah.
sell something.
so I don't think we have a nature code for solicitation itself. It normally comes in as a suspicious person. I can't even say that word. So there are three suspicious person calls. This is why we need this printed out, because it's so small, I can't see the numbers. So, yes, 3 of those, 4 suspicious vehicles.
Okay.
And, like I said, everything else is
Well,
pretty much a 1.
I think we all like 1s and 2s. We don't like
That is correct.
tons of reports. So
Lots of 1s and 2s, 115 total incidents for
Okay.
that time frame.
All right.
There's only 2 dogs, so.
Yes.
questions
And
for?
spring breaks this week.
That's right.
The school districts.
Yeah, need to be careful.
Good to know.
Questions for the deputy tonight?
Thank you.
All right, I'll do better next time, guys.
No, it's
Don't
nice.
worry.
It's nice getting to know you.
You did
It's always
fine.
nice getting to know a new face, and we'll get you organized here. Okay. Let's see. We do not have a law director's report or building and zoning tonight, so that means we're on to wait for it, fiscal officer and financial reports. How about them apples,
I don't
huh?
have much either. I was kind of excited that last meeting, we only was here for 20 minutes, so that was a good time. Okay, so council received all of their reports, right?
Yep.
So no questions or concerns that I got back. Again, I don't want to say too much because I think Joyce is going to say it in her finance meeting. But as far as the appropriation percentage, again, we are into our first quarter. So January, February, March is usually when I like to give some of those numbers. And again, appropriation statuses, we are at 36%, so we are a little bit above the budgeted amount that we had. We should be at about 25%. But some of those were one-offs like premium payments and things like that, which you'll see. The revenue status in the general fund, if you guys haven't already looked at that, that's 28%, so that's 3 points above budgeted revenues to accept. So again, appropriation status and the revenue status, I don't have much to talk about on that. I think we're at where we should be as far as budget. The receipt listings, you guys will see in here, we did receive our first payment of real estate. Again, real estate or property tax is in the arrears. It's usually a year behind. So we did receive that payment in there, if you guys have noticed that. That was the biggest one for receipt listing. Payments, again, nothing out of the ordinary. No payments have been processed at all for water tower stuff. Again, no report on that. But other than that, I don't have anything that's surprising or anything that to report on that. If anybody does have any questions, feel free to call me. Let me know, reach out to me if you have any questions. That's being said, I also have the bank reconciliation, and this would be, I can't believe I'm already saying this, for the month of March already. That's been, again, balanced to the penny, so nothing more, nothing less. Every penny has been accounted for within the village. So if I may have a motion to approve the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund report, the RETA report, and the bank reconciliation for the month of March of 2025.
You have that motion.
Thank you, David. Is there a second? Craig?
Okay, that was David. Craig was second. All right, roll call. Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
And Craig.
Yes.
Okay,
if
motion
you could
passes.
Please, I have 3 documents for you all to sign. Please sign them all.
Yep, make sure you do all of them, please.
And I think that's it for my report.
Wonderful. Okay, moving on to committee reports then. Finance, Joyce.
Yes, it's quite a lengthy report, actually. We had a very productive meeting. The audit was completed for 2022 and 2023. The findings, the only findings we had were very minimal. They were what we refer to as then and now, so I'm not going to go into detail on that. It's under control now. We get very few, if any. The ones that we did get were emergency situations. There is better communication with the mayor, so we don't have to really talk about that anymore, other than the fact that it's been resolved. Courtney was kind enough to explain the purchase order policy. We've had, because maybe some of our past employees didn't quite understand or grasp the concept of a purchase order policy, that might have been why we had some of those issues come up from before. So she did a real thorough job of explaining that to us. And I think all of the employees are very aware of the actual policy now. So we were very, very glad to hear that that's in place. Courtney and I also, I don't know if you were going to touch on this, Courtney, but we attended a seminar. What was the name of it?
LGS. They
Thank
hold it
you.
every year.
Local government services, yeah.
Yes, it was very informative. We had the opportunity to sit in on the Ethics Commission part of it, which was very informative. So I'm glad we did that. And there's not enough time to go through all the ones we sat on in the 2-day seminar, but it was fun. It actually was fun, and they treated us very well, fed us well, got us out early on Friday, maybe an hour, but it was very informative. We brought back a lot of good information. If anyone's interested in reviewing any of that information, Courtney or I have all of that. I wanted to review the budget for the first quarter. Courtney explained a lot of it. The revenue, the year-to-date revenue, the approved statuses, we're in good shape. I mean, we had some that kind of jumped off the page that were a little higher than what we were hoping, but that's going to settle down. That was like, I think she calls them one-offs.
And
Thank you.
the water mains that are unexpected, so the emergencies that we've had during the wintertime that you can't predict or budget for, those came in higher than expected.
Okay. Another thing we talked about that we are checking into is in regards to food trucks and do they pay income tax? We're checking into that because they need to. All of our businesses here in the village need to pay our RETA tax. And I think it's come to our attention that not all of them are. So we're just going to make sure that we follow up on that with especially the food trucks. Courtney,
Also,
also,
to add to that, I think it was brought up in council as well at one time, if they're on private property. So I know that needs to be taken to a zoning or planning committee, because they want to also track that as well.
right. Right, and I think we've talked about moving forward with that as well. How we can, well, that'll be a work session if we have to move forward on that. So there will be more information to come on that. Courtney was also kind enough to explain how RETA collects their income tax. I even actually went as far as to discuss wanting to pass legislation so that we do not have permanent food trucks within the village. I think it's very important that they do not sit here parked 24/7. That is something that we're going to hopefully be discussing going forward. We can restrict them, we've been told, so more information on that to follow. We talked a little bit about, let me go down here. We don't need to go through all of the little one-offs. Talked a little about the concession stand at the park and regulating that. Advising, okay, we don't need to, okay. Seasons are starting soon, so we need to get some things taken care of. I think the mayor had a nice meeting with our youth league president last week and got a lot of things resolved there. So we're very happy to report that as well. I think that's all I have for finance. It was a really informative meeting. I took a lot away from that and was very positive. So I think that's all I have.
Okay, so my comments on the finance meeting are pretty straightforward. People always ask us, well, what happens when you have a particularly high quarter where you're spending money? And the short of the long of it is that you got to moderate later on in the year. So you make it up by cutting back and doing less later on in the year. And a lot of that also has to do with the fact that you don't have the money because you've already spent it. So you can't spend it twice without coming back to council. So what we do is we look at spend, and if it is burning hot on a particular area, and we think that, like, say, for example, we have to buy road salt or do patching in the middle of winter or fix a sewer line in the middle of winter, that will show naturally higher. And so over the course of the remainder of the year, we try very hard to make sure that we still stay within that budget boundary. So we will look to moderate spending over the course of the spring. All of our equipment is already ready, for example, to maintain the village. So we shouldn't have to spend on that. We'll have one-offs, but overall, we should snap back and be back within our budgeted range of about 25% over the course of the spring. At least that's the plan, and we're going to try to stick to it as much as we can. So that's my comments on finance. Okay, moving on. Pleasant Township, Becky.
Yes, I attended their meeting last Monday. They said the cemetery levy the last time did not pass, and they will be putting it back on the ballot in November. I did invite them to come speak at council if they'd like to inform us of anything. They said it's a renewal, not asking for any more money, but if we would renew, it would stay at the same rate of your taxes now, which would be a bargain essentially, because now we've got higher property taxes and things, so if it fails again and they have to do a whole new levy, it will be at a higher rate. So they're hoping to renew in November, so they'll bring that hopefully to council when it's a little closer. They also made a resolution to donate some old equipment, laptop and things to the American Legion, and that was passed. And I think that was about it. I just told them what events were coming up in town and invited them to join us in all of those.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay, great.
And the next meeting will be the first Monday of May. It'll be May the 5th at 5 o'clock. 5th? Oh, 5 o'clock. He's telling me 5. So it'll be the first Monday of May. I don't have my phone, so I don't know when that is, but,
We'll put,
Anyway.
it'll be on the website for sure.
okay.
It's actually May the 5th.
May the 5th?
Yep.
Okay. May the 5th at 5 o'clock.
Perfect, thank you. Squad, Joyce.
The squad had to go into an executive session with our HR rep. Came out of executive session, and the issue at hand became public, and we tabled it. So we did not move forward with it. We discussed the purchase of some new equipment. Excuse me. Paid the bills, and the next meeting will be May 14th at 8 o'clock. I would also like to go back at the Finance Committee. The next meeting will be May the 7th at 11 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you. Fire, Ross.
The new fire engine has arrived. They gave us a tour around it, and there's a few little things that still need tweaked on it, but other than that, it's a pretty nice unit, it should be. They received a fire marshal grant, and they used that to purchase 20 new helmets and 20, well, it'd be 40 boots. Unit number 493 that they were trying to decide what to do with it has been donated, and it went to Tennessee, I do believe. They're 42 calls ahead of last year at this time, which is quite a bit. And the next meeting is April 26th at 8 o'clock.
Thank you. Water, wastewater, Craig, can you move your microphone though? There you go, thank you.
At our meeting, we had a discussion of limiting access to the new construction area at the water plant. And our meeting, wastewater and water meeting will be Wednesday, May the 7th at 10 a.m.
Okay. Streets, Ross.
What was that? I missed it.
May the 7th.
May the 7th.
7th at 10?
We had a scheduled meeting tonight, but we canceled it because we didn't have any really pressing items to talk about.
Okay. Parks and Recs, Joyce.
We had our Park and Rec meeting. We have received all but 2 of the background checks. We assigned all of the tasks to the committee and volunteers. So 90% of the tasks that we have slated to happen this year have been assigned. They now have a team working together on them. We did choose our movies for movie nights, and our next meeting will be May the 7th at 1 o'clock.
Okay, thank you. Record retention, David?
We met on Friday morning on April 4th. We accomplished a lot. I'm really proud of my group I got to work with. We're getting a lot done, and same time, we have a good communication. I gotta give Courtney a lot of credit. She's always prepared, getting us ready, and we get stuff done. And we'll be meeting again on I believe it's May 2nd, the first Friday at 8 a.m.
Yep.
At 8 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, nuisance abatement, Barry.
Yeah, we had a meeting today. We're talking about revising some of the ordinances, just updating them. And it is spring. There is a lot of things that need to be taken care of. We have written, or we will be writing tags. So if you have any questions, you can call into the village, or you can go onto the website. Most of these fall underneath ordinance 2018-17. So if you have any questions, just reach out to us. And our next meeting is May 12th at 6 p.m.
Can I add something onto that
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
Okay, so the Church of the Nazarene was just here, so if anybody does have anything that you would like for them to pick up, if there are items that, are in your garage that you want to get rid of, or old mattresses or things like that, there are signs that I've seen posted around the village, so please go on to that. I think it says Go Mount Sterling,
Yeah.
I think.
Go
Yeah.
Sterling, I think.
Sterling.
Okay. Or you could call into the Church of the Nazarene. So if there are, what's that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So if you don't have access to the internet or anything, please contact them. and schedule a time to pick up, so.
3127 if they want to call.
Okay, good. Okay, there you go, David.
Okay.
So if you could please do that so that the nuisance and abatement committee doesn't have to go out there and tag you. This is free. So it's not that you have to pay for a dumpster or anything. You could just kindly ask them to pick up something at your curb, at your house. I'm sure they would be more than willing to do that. So please take advantage of that every chance you get.
Every spring, it's an unbelievable service that they offer,
Yes.
so
Yep.
let's roll Mount Sterling. Okay, planning, Ross,
We haven't had a meeting.
okay, and zoning, Craig,
There was no meeting, but the meeting is the last Tuesday of each month.
thank you, at 6
I
PM.
have something for zoning, sir.
Okay, yeah,
I would like to make a motion to accept the resignation of Lowell Anderson from the zoning committee.
okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
That was Joyce, Craig.
Question, did he voluntarily resign?
What do you mean, did he volunteer?
Did he resign?
He resigned.
He resigned, yeah.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay, roll call, Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes?
Ross,
Yep.
Barry,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
and David.
Yes.
Thank you. Tree beautification, Becky.
Yes. We also had a meeting today. All of you have the flyer in front of you for our Arbor Day event, our tree giveaway this Saturday. Huh? Oh, you didn't get one?
I didn't either.
It's all right.
Here we go.
Well, I just need it for the minutes.
Yeah, we just need a beer. Thank you.
I have lots of them. It's fine. So it's this Saturday on Town Hall lawn. Now, we've heard it might rain. It's rain or shine. So it's from 10 a.m. to noon. And everybody can receive up to 2 trees. This year, we did have to purchase those trees. And we did purchase 500 trees. So it's more trees than we had last year, and last year we were giving a higher quantity. But it was so well attended last year, the event was over in like a half an hour. So we have it scheduled for 2 hours as long as trees hold out. But we are only giving 2 per family, so we think they should last the entirety of the event. And then we had a donation of 4 trees that are bigger, like a 3 or 4 foot tree, and those will be given away to everyone. Will receive a free raffle ticket, and then they can also purchase them if they want. And then we'll have a little something there also for the kids. If any kids come with their parents that day, we'll have a little gift for them. So that's this Saturday, Town Hall lawn, 10 to noon. And we hope everyone in the whole village, the whole surrounding community can come out for that and make it another big event. It was exciting last year. We had a line down almost to Ben and Joy's. So it was very well received. We have 3 beautiful trees this year picked out. A red bud tree, which blooms a really pretty purple flower. They're all flowering trees. We have a white dogwood tree. And then we also have a, looks like a yellow tulip tree. So they're all very beautiful, and we hope we'll have information about them and planting instructions available that day too. So we're excited about that. And then, as Tamara mentioned, on May 2nd, we are having the 3rd graders from Madison Plains out at Mason Park, and we'll be planting 2 more trees prior to them arriving. And Andy will open the ceremonies off. We'll have Alistair from the Department of Natural Resources will be there. He's an arborist, will be speaking to the kids, and then they'll get to put some dirt and mulch around the trees that we've planted. And then we'll all head to the community center where they'll watch the Lorax. And I know Courtney, her business is donating pizzas, thank you. The community center donates beverages and snacks, thank you. And then the group, the community association has donated the, I think we have some people that are donating seed packets too, so they're gonna have all kind of fun stuff. But if you'd like to be a part of that, you're welcome to come out to Mason Park. It will kick off at 10 a.m. The American Legion will be doing the flag raising ceremony at 10 a.m. So please, that's May the 2nd, I'll remind you again at the next council meeting. And then I also, on my committee, I had a couple of people step down just for personal reasons. They got full-time jobs, or it's their busy time of year. Had Melanie Fritz step down and Joanne Showblock step down. And I wanted to get approval from council just to make a motion tonight to add Misty Vance back to the committee. She had stepped down for personal reasons, and now she said she's willing to help again. She really enjoyed it. So I would like to just make a motion that Misty can go back on the committee.
So we'll have to do those in twofold. So to
Okay.
accept
Resignations
the
first.
resignation from Melanie Fritz and Joanne Showblock.
Okay.
Is
Becky
there,
placed the motion.
Becky, is there a second, please?
I'll second.
Thank you, Barry.
Becky and then Ross. And we'll do
Sure.
roll call. Craig?
Yeah.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David?
Yes.
And then is there a motion to place Misty back on the committee, please?
And this is Misty Vance.
Yeah, that motion.
Thank you, David.
And that was David. Becky second. And we'll do a roll call. Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. And then there will be, I believe, 5 of us on the committee that will be attending on May 8th in Reynoldsburg, the Tree City USA Awards Banquet. And I am happy to tell you that we will be getting a growth award. It's only our 2nd year. The first year we were able to become a Tree City, which we are. And this year we have achieved the only thing that we can, and that is to achieve a growth award. So we will be getting that award. So we're excited about that. A lot of good volunteers put in a lot of time, so thank you for that. And hold on, I'm sorry. Our next meeting will be May the 12th at 1 o'clock, and we are gonna have a meeting, read minutes and things, and we are planning on that to be a work day, because we do have a lot of work to do out by the oldest tree. And I heard Craig say something, I'm not really sure yet, about in and outs out there.
It's at the water plant.
Yeah, at the water plant, but
Entrances.
At the entrances, yeah.
we'll just need to go
Right.
in the way to work
I don't
out
think it'll
there.
affect.
It won't
Okay.
affect, no, not
Okay.
at all.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then we still are planning on our Founder's Day, June 26th, out there.
And if you guys have noticed, if I can add something, if the residents or drivers have coming into the village, you'll see Tree City USA signs placed now. So if you're wondering what those are, that's what Becky's talking about, is, we've been a part of that for almost, a year or two now, Tree City?
This is our 2nd full year. We became a Tree City last year, and this is
So
our
those are,
second.
that's what that is for the village.
Yeah. So, pretty exciting. So that's all I have, I think.
Okay.
Oh, our grant that we were gonna apply for, we had a couple of committee members trying to work on it, and Courtney was trying to help us along too, and did a lot of legwork, and we really appreciate that. And then at the last hour, I mean, literally, they extended the deadline. So we're gonna tweak that.
August.
Yeah, it's gonna be in August now, so we're gonna tweak it, and I'll be able to give everybody a better idea of what it exactly is. Okay? That's
Good
all I
deal.
have.
All right. And, sorry, did you say when your next meeting is?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, May
12th.
May 12th.
12th, and we'll be here for a few minutes. So if you
Got
want
it.
to come to it, community, come, and then you can go help us work out at the oldest tree.
Wonderful. Okay, cool. Thank you. That takes us to ordinances and resolutions tonight, and we'll start with ordinance 2025-04.
Okay, which is the only legislation that we have tonight. Ordinance 2025-04 is an ordinance amending the 2025 budget and making appropriations to the revenue and changes for current expenses of the revenues of the Village of Mount Sterling of Madison County, Ohio, during the fiscal year ending December 31st of 2025. This is on the 3rd reading.
May I please have a motion to place this on the third reading?
Have that motion. I'll second.
It's Craig.
Okay, Craig's
David.
first. Okay, so Craig first and David second. Okay, roll call. Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
No.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
And Becky?
Yes.
Okay. May I have a motion for passage, please? Ross, okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Craig, thank you.
Ross, then Craig. Okay, Barry,
No.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
And Ross.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance 2025-04 has passed.
Wonderful, thank you. All right, that takes us to roundtable.
Well, there's a very thing on important roundtable. There's two April birthdays. It's very important. Courtney will be turning 25, and I'll be 39 and holding.
Oh, aye,
And
aye, aye.
we're staying about the same. But I just, all the years I've been on council, my birthday, and I've always been proud of every group I worked with. And it just, and I've had a person tell me one time, it says, not a matter of age, it's how you feel. As long as I can put WD-40 on me, I can move.
There you go.
But basically, that's it. But I do want to bring out one thing. We're getting calls, and I want to hear one of David's reach outs. There's a call now saying you won a lottery prize, and they're hitting senior citizens again, saying we need that bank account number. And I keep telling people, slam that receiver ear or loud yell, but do not give out your numbers.
Well, there was two that I had gotten, adding on to that recently about the tolls, saying that you pass through the tolls.
too.
So I got that one, and I got one today that was kind of weird, is that it was saying they were from Amazon and UPS, and it
Yes.
said you need to approve your address because they've gotten the wrong address. It is kind of scary, so you really
Scam,
do.
scam.
Yeah, and it came through,
Complete
it didn't come
scam.
through like a number, it came through like an email address.
They will
They
not,
asked my name, and I told them
they
Captain.
will not be,
I told them
they
Captain.
will not be reaching out to you. like
Yeah,
that.
that's
So
my name,
just
Mayor,
take
and
it
I
as a
said I was
scam,
Captain
delete,
America.
hit the delete button and move
I'm
on.
thinking, I was waiting for a package, and I thought,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, like, did they not have my right address? And I just put it to spam. I deleted it
Yeah.
and put it right to spam.
Yeah.
You just gotta be careful.
Yeah, you
That's
do
right,
gotta be careful.
that's right. Other items for roundtable.
I would like to just make a comment, promote a little bit. Next Gen Activity Center is having a homemade market. Correct me, Caitlin, if I'm saying this wrong. This homemade market Saturday will be there from 9 to 3. I know the last time we were there during the community center bazaar, we didn't have a huge turnout, but we had a good turnout. I know my candle, I'm a candle vendor, and we did pretty good. And we're looking forward to being back there with, I think, 7 or 8 other vendors. I know you have some new ones coming in this week as well. So we'll be out on the front lawn of that. If it rains, we have a tent. We have a tent. I don't know if the other people do or not. Yeah, most people bring their tents. So just anyone who's watching that wants to come down and support these small businesses as well, we'd love to see you. 9 to 1. 9 to 1? Oh, I had 9 to 3. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Okay, I'm done.
Other roundtable.
Yeah, I want to really thank and compliment the community center. They just held their annual Easter egg hunt Saturday. It was a huge turnout. I mean, the line was out the door, literally. And the kids had a great time. They had treat bags. There was Krispy Kreme donuts, and there was little toys, a lot of different organizations, I believe, donated, and I don't know who they all are, but I appreciate all of them, and a lot of people volunteered. A lot of kids came from the high school and filled eggs, and I know there were a lot of people out there volunteering, trying to herd all the kitties and do everything.
Did it end in like 2.3 seconds?
Yeah, well, yeah, it
Usually.
ended really quick.
Yeah.
They were gonna let the 1-year-olds up and go for a minute first. They didn't have them separated this time, so they blew the horn for the little toddlers, and then they were supposed to wait a whole minute, but I think they saw that they better go quicker. And yeah, the eggs were gone in 2 minutes. Yeah, it was great though. It always is, and sometimes we have other organizations that do Easter egg hunts and things, and this year it was only that one, and I was speaking to Megan, I'm like, oh, it's too bad, and she goes, we would love to grow this event, so what I would encourage, anytime someone already has an established event like that, is let's add on and make that event even bigger and better, instead of trying to, necessarily start another one, so, I was just really happy, and, it was a great event. Got to watch my grandkids, and I just want to commend the community center for that. And then also today, I got to be a part of, at the library. We have a really great library. My daughter has 2 little kids, and we always go up there for a musical dance and fun time. But today there was Miss Mindy does a reading on Mondays, and she does a great job, reads to the kids. And then today they had a little Easter egg hunt up in the library, and got some eggs, and that was a lot of fun too. And she always spoils them with great treats too. So I just want to really brag on some of our organizations in town that really, care about the community. So thank you.
Absolutely, thank you. Anything else for roundtable tonight? Going once? Going twice? All right, I'm gonna, at this point, call this meeting adjourned. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We appreciate it.
Sorry, guys, it's hot in here. That's why. Yeah, I know.
You probably want to know what that check is, don't you, Tamara?